In this video, we're going to be looking at ordering numbers and the strategies that we use to try and put them in order from smallest to largest, nearly always smallest to largest, but check the question carefully. Okay, so 0.3, 0.31, 301 and 311, like which one's biggest and which one's smallest? It's very difficult to compare these when they have a different number of decimal places. Okay, is 0.3 bigger than 0.31? Like, who knows? So what we do is we look at the length of these numbers and we make them the same number of digits. So the longest one that we have would be, say, 301 or 311. They're both 3 digits after the decimal point. Whereas 0.3, that's only 1. So we're going to add zeros until it's the same length. 300, 301, 311. This second one here needs another 0 as well. Okay, so the first step is to make sure they have the same number of digits after the decimal point by adding zeros. And now, because the 0 point is the same at the front of each of these, we can essentially just look at the numbers afterwards and pretend they're whole numbers, like 301, 311, 300 and 310. And so now that we've got this in the same number of digits, we can see that 300 is the smallest. 300, 301, 310, and 311. Okay, you can leave the zeros here if you wish. That's absolutely fine. I've just written these as they were in the original question. But if you want to leave those in, then that's absolutely fine as well. Okay, so very straightforward. The only bit of learning you need to do is to order numbers, make sure they have the same number of digits. Okay, and then it's a lot easier to do. Now, sometimes they might have a mixture of 45%, 2/5, 0.42, something like this. And in this case, it's very difficult to compare these because they're percentages, fractions, decimals. We need them all to be the same. So there's other videos on how to convert these. So have a look at those if you're not too sure. But 45% and 2/5, we're going to change them into decimals, because then we can use that trick from the first part of the video to order them. So 45% becomes 0.45. Again, have a look at the other video if you're not too sure how we did that. 2/5 is 0.4. And 0.42 is already as a decimal, so I don't need to do anything to that one. Do they have the same number of digits? No. So I'm going to add a 0 to make them 45, 40, and 42. And now I can put them in order. 40 is the smallest, 2/5. Then the 0.42, 42. And the 45% is the biggest. Okay? So if you ever have a mixture, change them into decimals first, and then add the 0 if you need to.